Welcome to the top news briefing. We start with the monumental achievement of Arsenal reaching the UEFA Champions League final for the second time in club history. Under the guidance of Mikel Arteta, Arsenal overcame Atletico Madrid in a thrilling semi-final tie, setting the stage for an epic showdown in Budapest this Saturday. We dive into the incredible performances that made this historic run possible.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we break down the standout player performances from that intense clash. We look at the ratings, highlighting Declan Rice's superb midfield dominance and Gabriel's incredible defending, while focusing on Bukayo Saka's crucial moment where he pounced on the rebound to secure the vital goal against Atletico Madrid. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. We explore what this victory means for Arsenal's destiny, focusing on the scheduling details for the 2026 UEFA Champions League final, which is set to take place at the Puskás Arena in Budapest on May 30th, and how this run propels the Gunners toward their first European title. And finally, we review the full player ratings from the semi-final win against Atletico Madrid, analyzing the contributions of David Raya, Ben White, William Saliba, and the standout efforts of Victor Gyökeres and Leandro Trossard. Stay with us for more analysis and updates right here. Arsenal has secured their place in the UEFA Champions League final for the 2025-26 season, marking their second appearance in the competition in club history. The path to the final saw the Gunners defeat Atletico Madrid 2-1 on aggregate in the semi-final, with Bukayo Saka's 44th-minute goal proving decisive in the second leg. Arsenal will now face either Bayern Munich or Paris Saint-Germain in the final, scheduled for Saturday, May 30, at Budapest's Puskás Stadium, kicking off at 5 p.m. UK time. Under manager Mikel Arteta, the team has demonstrated significant improvement, reaching the final after a six-season absence from Europe's premier competition. This achievement follows a quarter-final appearance in the 2023-24 season and a semi-final exit last term to eventual winners PSG. This run represents a historic step forward, reaching the final for the first time in 20 years and the second time in Arsenal's history after the 2006 defeat against Barcelona. Arguably the most remarkable aspect of the campaign has been the team's unbeaten streak. Arsenal became the first in the competition's history to win all 8 matches in the league phase. Following a 1-1 draw in Madrid, a 1-0 victory at the Emirates Stadium propelled them into the Final Four, where they overcame Bayer Leverkusen and Sporting Lisbon on aggregate. This run includes 14 consecutive matches without defeat, making them the only team in European Cup Champions League history to remain unbeaten across such a stretch. The wait for this pinnacle has been extensive, with the longest gap between finals for an English side being 20 years, following Liverpool in 2005. Arsenal's supporters have shown remarkable patience as the club targets this prestigious silverware for the first time in 139 years. A final victory at the end of the month will crown the team with the coveted trophy. Arsenal has secured their place in the Champions League final for the second time in the club's history, following a decisive 1-0 victory over Atletico Madrid at the Emirates Stadium. The semi-final tie had been fiercely contested, following a 1-1 draw in Madrid a week prior, setting the stage for a tense return fixture. The victory was sealed by a moment of individual brilliance from Bukayo Saka, who scored the only goal of the night. Saka turned in from close range after Leandro Trossard's effort was parried, securing a crucial 2-1 aggregate win for Arsenal. Expert analysis from Matt Very highlighted several standout performances. Gabriel was rated a 9 for his incredible defending, denying Atletico's manager Simon after he had bypassed David Raya and launching himself in front of Pubel, showcasing a huge presence and an ability to win cheap free kicks. Declan Rice was also lauded with a 9, praised for his big match performance, goal-saving block early on, powerful driving runs, and superb corner delivery. Ben White received an 8, noted for his rock-solid defense and telepathic relationship with Saka, marking what was described as his best performance of the season. Bukayo Saka earned an 8, recognized as the man to fire Arsenal to Budapest, successfully pouncing on the rebound to secure the winner after Atletico heavily focused on containing him. William Saliba was rated an 8 for his world-class pace and strength, contributing to defensive solidity. Leandro Trossard received a 7, commended for his composure and tireless work in keeping possession. While Ricardo Calafiori struggled with the match, he was noted for a sublime cross from substitute Piero Hincapié. The win marks a significant step for Arsenal, putting them within touching distance of a Champions League final against either Bayern Munich or Paris Saint-Germain later this month. Arsenal has made a significant breakthrough in their pursuit of a Champions League title, reaching the semi-final stage of the 2025-26 UEFA Champions League by defeating Atletico Madrid 1-0 on Tuesday, May 5th. The victory secured a 2-1 aggregate win in the tie, with Bukayo Saka scoring the only goal for the Gunners at the Emirates Stadium just before halftime. This marks the first time Arsenal has reached a Champions League final since 2006, when they lost to Barcelona, and it is their second final appearance. Arsenal remains without a European title, having never reached the European Cup final. Looking ahead, Mikel Arteta's team is set to face either Paris Saint-Germain or Bayern Munich in the final, as they aim to secure their inaugural Champions League trophy. With control over their Premier League destiny, the prospect of an unprecedented double is now within reach for the North London club. The highly anticipated 2026 UEFA Champions League final is scheduled for Saturday, May 30th, at 12 p.m. ET. The match will take place at the Puskás Arena in Budapest, Hungary. Arsenal has clinched a dramatic 1-0 victory over Atletico Madrid, securing a 2-1 aggregate win and advancing to the Champions League final for the second time in their history. The match was a testament to Arsenal's resilience, featuring several nerve-wracking moments, but ultimately sealed by a strong defensive performance in the second half. Manager Mikel Arteta opted to maintain the starting lineup from the previous fixture, with Miles Lewis-Skelly continuing in midfield after a strong performance against Fulham. The opening stages saw Arsenal experience some hesitancy and lost possession in dangerous areas, though they were not penalized by the visitors and quickly tightened their game. Near halftime, the tension peaked with 2 penalty appeals waved away by VAR, including one for Leandro Trossard after being knocked down by Antoine Griezmann, and another for a handball. The hosts finally broke the deadlock at halftime when Leandro Trossard capitalized on a deflected cross from Victor Gyökeres, with Jan Oblak making a crucial save, before Bukayo Saka converted the rebound from close range. Immediately after the break, a scare struck when William Saliba miscued a header, which Giuliano Simon attacked. However, Gabriel Magalhaes made a brilliant, clean tackle that was confirmed by VAR. Despite Atletico's persistent efforts to create chances, Arsenal's robust defense held firm. A late attacking opportunity for the hosts, involving a cross from Piero Hincapié to Gyökeres, ultimately fell just over the crossbar. Arsenal navigated the remainder of the match with defensive grit, successfully frustrating Atletico, and earning their spot in the final, where they will face either Paris Saint-Germain or Bayern Munich. Player ratings for the semi-final win highlight key performances. David Raya, GK, received a 7/10 for steady distribution and saves. Gabriel Magalhaes, CB, and Ben White, RB, were rated 7.5/10 for their defensive solidity and efforts to contain the opposition. Declan Rice, CM, earned 7.5/10 for his crucial midfield disruption. Bukayo Saka, RW, and Victor Gyökeres, SD, both scored 7.5/10, with Gyökeres praised for holding up play. Leandro Trossard, LW, also received a 7.5/10 for his decision-making and contribution, while Miles Lewis-Skelly, CM, was rated 7/10 for his calm control of the ball.